For one little kitten, the world felt very big and very empty. With no one to hear his silent meows, he searched for a kindness that felt a world away. But sometimes, a single caring heart is all it takes to change everything. A gentle touch, a safe place to rest, and suddenly he wasn't alone anymore. And in that moment, a new family began.
He was all alone, fighting just to stay alive. A silent cry for help in the cold. Every step was a battle against hunger and fear. The world felt so big, and he felt so small. A flicker of hope, only to be met with more emptiness. His tiny heart was breaking. With no strength left, he could only wait for the darkness to take him. But just when he was about to give up, a miracle appeared in the form of a small, caring heart. A single act of kindness that would change everything. The first gentle touch he had ever known. From the cold, hard ground to the warmth of a loving embrace. He was safe at last. Look at him now. A little fighter, finally getting the love he always deserved. A new beginning, filled with warmth, safety, and the pure happiness of being home.
For one little kitten, the world felt very big and very empty. Every step was a lonely search for something more. But sometimes, when you least expect it, a light appears in the window. A gentle touch that says, "You are safe now." And suddenly, the world becomes a place full of love and play.
On a cold, lonely street, the world felt too big for one tiny soul. Every step was a struggle, with no one to hear its silent cries. But sometimes, the smallest heart can see what no one else does. A simple act of kindness, offered without hesitation, became a lifeline. And in that moment, a family was formed. A rescue, a friend, a new beginning.
In a world so big, she was just a little lost soul, searching for a single crumb of kindness. Each step was a struggle, each alley a dead end. Hope was starting to fade, but then a gentle light appeared, a chance meeting that would change everything. A small act of kindness that proved to be the greatest gift of all. A second chance. And just like that, she was home. Safe, loved, and finally found.
All alone, with an empty belly and a hopeful heart. Searching for something, anything, in a big, wide world. But sometimes, a miracle arrives on tiny feet. A simple act of kindness that changes everything.
In the cold, a tiny heart was silently breaking, forgotten by the world. Each step was a battle against the darkness, with no one to hear its silent cry. A false promise of salvation, leaving its tiny heart even more broken. It was ready to give up, to let the cold embrace take over. But in the darkest moment, a light appeared. A gentle hand offering a new chance. A single act of kindness that would change everything. From the cold concrete to a warm embrace, a new chapter begins. Safe, loved, and finally home. A second chance at life, proving that love can heal the deepest wounds. For one little kitten, the world felt very big and very empty. It searched for kindness, but the world just kept moving. But sometimes, when you least expect it, a light appears in the dark. And suddenly, the world becomes a wonderful place to be.
On a cold, lonely street, a tiny life hung in the balance. Every step was a struggle, with no one to hear its silent cry. But even in the darkest moments, a ray of hope can appear. A simple act of kindness that would change everything. A new beginning, filled with warmth, love, and a home to call their own.
On a cold, dark night, the world felt very big and very scary. With no strength left and no one to hear, hope was fading fast. But sometimes, when you're least expecting it, a guardian angel appears, a small act of kindness that would change everything, proving that even the smallest heart can find the biggest home.
In the cold shadows, a tiny hope was fading fast. Each step was a battle against hunger and despair. But in the world, a small act of kindness was about to change everything. A gentle heart saw not a stray, but a friend in need, proving that even the smallest act of love can save a life.
On a cold, lonely street, the smallest hope can feel a world away. Every step was a struggle, with no one to hear its silent cry. But sometimes, a single act of kindness is waiting just around the corner. A simple offering that would change everything. Because no one is too small to need a home, and to fill one with love.
In the cold shadows, a tiny hope was fading fast. Each step was a battle against the world. But sometimes, the smallest sound can change everything. A heart that sees no difference between us and them. Giving a home to those in need makes a house a home.
For one little one, the world felt big and empty. Every day was a struggle, with no one to hear its silent meows. It searched for kindness, but the world seemed to pass it by. But sometimes, a single moment of noticing can change everything. A gentle touch that said, "You are safe now." And just like that, a lonely little heart found its home.
On a cold, dark night, the world felt too big for one tiny soul. Every step was a struggle, with no one to hear its silent cry. But even in the dark, a glimmer of hope can appear. A small act of kindness that would change everything. Because no one is too small to need a home and a friend.
He was fighting a battle no one could see, with a silent cry for help, lost and alone in a world that felt too big and too cold. Every glimmer of hope turned out to be just another disappointment. He was ready to give up on the world. But then, a miracle in tiny shoes appeared. A single act of kindness that would change everything, from the cold, hard ground to a warm, safe embrace, a second chance at life, and a new best friend, and finally, a place to call home.
On a cold, dark street, a tiny life was losing hope. Every step was a struggle, with no one around to hear its silent cry. But sometimes hope arrives when you least expect it. A small act of kindness that would change everything. Because no one should be left in the cold. Adopt, don't shop.
She was forgotten, with a belly full of hunger and a heart full of fear. Every step was a battle against the cold, lonely world. And just when she found a glimmer of hope, it vanished. She closed her eyes, hoping the darkness would make the hunger go away. But then, a miracle happened. A gentle light in the dark. A single act of kindness that would change everything. Warmth, safety. For the first time, she felt them. Her world was no longer cold and empty. It was filled with love, and she finally found her home.